Hi, my name is Diana P. Cardenas and I will discuss the argument and Euler diagram. An argument can be classified as either valid or invalid. A valid argument occurs in situation where if the premises are true, then the conclusion must also be true, and an argument can be valid even if the conclusion is false. Euler sounds like Euler. Diagrams look very much like Venn diagram, but Euler was using them to describe mathematical concept as a very long time before the classic Venn diagram was recognized. The purpose of Euler diagram is to create a visual representation of each of the aspect in a logical argument so that the conclusion may be clearly evaluated. Ang Euler diagram ang makakatulong para mas maipaliwanag or mas masasabi mong valid or invalid ang isang argument. Using Euler diagram, mas maipapakita mo kung ang isang argument ba ay valid or invalid. Logical argument. A logical argument is made up of premises, assumption, laws, rules, widely held ideas or observation, and a conclusion. Valid and invalid argument. An argument is valid if the fact that all the premises are true force the conclusion to be true. An argument that is not valid is invalid. It is called fallacy. Argument with universal quantifiers. Several techniques can be used to check the validity of an argument. One visual technique is based on Euler diagram. Sa logical argument, pumapasok ang premises and conclusion. And dito naman sa valid and invalid, malalaman mo kung ang isang argument ba ay tama o hindi. At dito naman sa argument with universal quantifiers, pumapasok yung technique kung saan gagamitin mo ang Euler diagram. Example of argument and Euler diagram. If the premises 1 is true and the premises 2 is true, the conclusion is true, then the argument is valid. And if the premises is true, the premises is 2 is true and the conclusion is false, then the argument is invalid. Example number 1. All runners are athletes. Mary is a runner. Mary is an athlete. Ito ang premises. The all runners are athletes and Mary is a runner. Ngayon, etong nasa baba na to, ito ang magiging conclusion. Para malaman natin kung ang conclusion ba ay tama, gagamit tayo ng Euler diagram. Ngayon, magdo-draw tayo ng isang circle kung saan pumapasok ang athletes. All runners are athletes. Inside the circle of athletes, papasok ang runners. Mary is a runner. Ngayon si Mary ay papasok sa circle ng runners. Therefore, Mary is an athlete. This is valid dahil si Mary ay pumasok sa circle ng runner kung saan sakop ng athletes. Example number 2. All runners are athletes. Orlan is not a athlete. Orlan is not a runner. Ngayon, ito yung premises again. And this is the conclusion. Para malaman natin, gagamit ulit tayo ng Euler diagram. Magdo-draw tayo ng isang circle kung saan na naman pumapasok ang athletes. And inside the circle of athletes, papasok ang runners. Orlan is not a athlete. Kaya si Orlan ay mawawala sa circle. Therefore, Orlan is not a runner. This is valid. Dahil si Orlan ay wala sa circle ng athletes or ng runner, kaya si Orlan ay hindi runner, kaya it is valid. Example number 3. All runners are athletes. Linda is an athlete. Linda is a runner. Ngayon, this is the premises again, and this is the conclusion. Para malaman natin kung ang conclusion ba ay tama, ay gagawa ulit tayo ng isang circle kung saan papasok ang mga athletes. All runners are athletes. Inside the circle of athletes, papasok si runners. Yung mga runner. When Linda is an athlete. Si Linda ay papasok sa circle ng athletes. At pwede ring pumasok si Linda sa circle ng runner. Kaya therefore, Linda is a runner, it is invalid. Dahil si Linda ay pwedeng pumasok sa circle ng runner at circle ng athletes, kaya ito ay naging invalid. Example number 4. All cars have wheels. That vehicle has wheels. That vehicle is a car. This is the premises and this is the conclusion. Para malaman natin kung tama ba ang conclusion, mag-draw tayo kung saan papasok yung things that have wheels. And inside the circle of things that have wheels, papasok si car. Dahil si car ay mayroong gulong. And therefore that vehicle is a car. Si vehicle ay pwedeng pumasok sa things that have wheels and pwede rin siyang pumasok sa cars. Therefore, that vehicle is a car. This is invalid. The conclusion is invalid dahil si vehicle ay pwedeng pumasok sa circle ng car at pwede rin siyang pumasok sa circle ng things that have wheels.